Hey, what's going on, crypto people? It is your boy, the Crypto Siege, with another day in the life and the crazy life that is a digital asset space. What's going on, guys? Happy, what is today? Thursday. Hope you guys are having a good morning. Listen, I wanted to cover this. I know it's been a lot of news and talk about this Ripple lawsuit, guys. So listen, this is your XRP Ripple daily news in 0 to 10 minutes. Let's do this. All right, so the Ripple class action lawsuit can proceed, judge rules, right? This Brad doing this thing. A lawsuit claiming Ripple violated security laws will be allowed to move forward, though with a caveat favorable to the San Francisco-based firm. In a ruling Wednesday, U.S. District Judge Phyllis Hamilton of the Northern District of California allowed a putative, should that be punitive? I'm not sure, class action lawsuit by retail XRP buyers to proceed. Hamilton said the suit can include claims filed under federal law, but dismissed some claims filed under California state law. Plaintiffs can refile some of the claims under California law in an amended complaint within 28 days, she added. The order follows a hearing held in mid-January between the plaintiff, which includes Bradley Sostak, a one-time XRP owner, and a defendant, which includes Ripple, its XRP2 subsidiary, and Ripple CEO, Brad Garlinghouse. Notably, the judge appears to have found Ripple's argument that the plaintiffs filed the complaint after a legal deadline persuasive. However, Hamilton said it does not prevent the lawsuit itself from proceeding, pointing to the claims under federal law, right? So you get that, right? So she's saying the argument from Ripple is persuasive, right? You get that? But under the law, it doesn't prevent it from moving forward, right? It doesn't prevent it from moving forward. So based on the plaintiff's complaint and the judicially noticeable facts proffered, the court cannot conclude that the defendant's first bona fide public offer to sell XRP occurred before August 5th of 2016, she said. The amended complaint at the heart of Wednesday's ruling was filed in August of 2019. While defendants did acknowledge various 2013 offers and sales in their May 2015 settlement with the USAO, United States Attorney's Office for the Northern District of California, the sales activity identified in that settlement does not show that defendants targeted the general public when offering to sell XRP, the judge wrote. So there's two things there, right? Two, the sales activity identified in that settlement does not show that defendants targeted the general public when offering to sell XRP, the judge wrote. That's two things. The first one is, notably, the judge appears to have found Ripple's argument that the plaintiffs filed a complaint after a legal deadline, persuasive. And then also here, she wrote that the sales activity in that settlement does not show that the defendants targeted the general public when offering to sell XRP, okay, the judge wrote. So the punitive lawsuit is now stretching into a second year after a number of similar complaints were consolidated and moved from the state court to federal. So hold on one second here, guys. I gotta do one thing. Okay, here it is right here. All right, and hopefully these guys will play for it. I want to have you listen to Brad being interviewed about this lawsuit. It's a very, very interesting listen to. So here he goes. Hopefully it'll play. Shout out to the Bearable Bull, right? XRP is not a security of Ripple, similar to how oil is not a security of Exxon. They are parties interested in the success of the commodities which they own a lot of. And I guess he retweeted this from Ian Northing. The ledger was created before Ripple, which is a very good point. All right, guys, here it goes. Let me make sure everything's up right. So, should work. Let's see.
Are sort of tied together, and that they, XRP can be considered an unregistered security. What would you say to them?
Well, it's pending litigation, so I'll probably be a little bit, muted on the topic. Suffice it to say, we don't think it has merit. These are people who didn't buy XRP from us. We also don't believe XRP is a security. I think, one of the poignant arguments in my point of view is, if I went back to the office and said to the team at Ripple, hey, we're shutting down, XRP trades on 130, 140 exchanges around the world. XRP would keep trading. So you're like, wait a minute, okay, so if it's a security of what? It's not a security of Ripple. It doesn't give you the rights to dividends or ownership of Ripple, the company. We have shareholders of Ripple, right? We raised a Series A financing, a Series B financing, and we own a lot of XRP, but they're two separate things.
At the same time, we've seen recently Block One had the hammer come down on them from regulators. They were basically said that they were selling an unregistered security.
And fined them $24 million. Just
it's interesting you call that a hammer. They raised $4 billion and they
yeah, it's a light hammer. It's a light hammer.
You and I have a different judgment of what a hammer is.
Maybe it's a fly swatter.
hammer.
Either way, so what's the difference between Block One and their token EOS versus what you guys are working on?
Well, I think one really important distinction is the XRP ledger existed before Ripple, the company. You can, it's a public blockchain. You can go back and see kind of transactions 0, 1, 2, 3. You can see when Ripple was incorporated in the Secretary of State in California. Ripple didn't create the XRP ledger. The XRP ledger had utility prior to Ripple's existence. Certainly we are an interested party in the success of the XRP ledger, for sure. We own a lot of XRP. But it's a little bit like saying, Exxon owns a lot of oil. That doesn't make oil a security. Exxon's clearly interested in how to, we can argue about the health of the, I'm not here to debate carbon emissions.
Climate crisis, you want to get into that?
This is an example I wanted to choose here, but suffice it to say, Exxon cares a lot because they have a lot of exposure to in this case, commodity called oil. Is Exxon doing things that are trying to drive a healthy ecosystem around oil? Yeah.
Guys, so there it is. That's a very, very great example, a great analogy that he used, right? With Exxon and its oil. And so they have a great interest in oil, does Exxon, just like Ripple has a great interest in XRP. And so I think, listen, people who have online publications, right? Their job is to grab attention, right? Their job is to grab attention. That's what they're in the business of doing, right? They want to put eyes on their website. They want to put eyes on their articles. That's their job, right? For us in this community, in this space, right? We have a job as well, and that is to continue to educate ourselves, to continue to level up our XRP IQ so that we know what it is that we hold. That is significant. And so, listen, when you think about the fact that the XRP ledger was created before the company Ripple, just think about that. Just think about that, right? And so it's obvious to me that this, listen, the SEC is running a node on an XRP ledger. You think they would be involved in any way, shape, form, or fashion with something that would be deemed a security? I think not. I think not. So it's just a matter of holding strong, realizing what it is that you hold, and that's the greatest digital asset ever created. I don't believe there's any chance at all that XRP or Ripple, XRP is going to be deemed a security. I don't think there's a shot at it at all. It's very, very interesting too, right? Because things like EOS that did get deemed a security or started a security, and they got fined, right? Like Block One did, they did get fined for that. They just continue to move on, and zero happened. Zero happened to the price of EOS, right? It's still doing well today, right? And so just understand what it is that you hold. I thought this was a great find. I'm glad I did find that. I got a chance to get on Twitter this morning and find this guy. So listen, never ever forget this. For you, I hope you understand, this is a head up and shoulders back moment for you. Why? Because you're an early adopter in this new asset class that is the digital asset space. You, my friend, are playing a game that 99.9% of the masses don't even know is being played, and you're winning. If you hold digital assets, you're winning. If you hold XRP, that's the champ. The champ is here, and you're winning. I hope you understand that. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap up this video like I do all my videos and remind you of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars, right? They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know. That the battle for you has already been fought. And the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.